All right, let's talk about something huge. We hear about AI all the time, right? But its next big step might be the most personal one you can imagine, our health. We're not just talking about an app that answers questions. We're talking about an AI that could actually manage your well-being. And that, well, that brings up a really big question.
No, really, think about it for a second. Would you be okay with an algorithm handling your diagnosis, your treatment plan, your life? It's a pretty intense question, and it's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
So, to really get a handle on where we're going, we first have to look at where we are right now. And the truth is, AI is already working behind the scenes in healthcare in ways you might not even realize.
Right now, AI is basically a really efficient assistant. You've probably seen it in action. It's the system that helps you schedule a doctor's visit, the app on your phone that pings you to take your meds, or even a symptom checker like Ada Health that gives you a first guess at what's wrong. There are even virtual nurses helping people monitor long-term conditions. They're all super helpful tools.
But here's the key thing. All of these AIs are just following orders. They're running a script someone else wrote. So the real question is, what happens when the AI starts writing its own script?
And this is where things get really interesting. We're talking about a massive leap from just doing tasks to having real autonomy. Welcome to the world of agentic AI. Let's be super clear on what this means. An agentic AI is not just a smarter chatbot. It's a system that you can give a complex goal to, like, say, improve this person's overall health. And it can then figure out the steps, make a plan, and actually take action on its own to make it happen, even if things get complicated.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Traditional AI is reactive. You give it some symptoms, it gives you a possible cause. It always needs a human to tell it what to do next. But agentic AI, it's proactive. It can set its own smaller goals, change its plan if it gets new information, and act all by itself to get the job done. It's a whole different ballgame. Okay, so check this out. This visual gives us a great look under the hood. It all starts with a big picture goal from a person. The AI agent takes that, figures out what it really means, creates a whole plan of action. Maybe that involves ordering tests, analyzing the results, cross-referencing medical journals, and then it just does it. It's a complete hands-off loop.
So now that we have a feel for what agentic AI is, let's get to the exciting part. What could it actually do for us? I mean, the possibilities here could totally revolutionize medicine as we know it. We're talking about a future with way faster, way more accurate diagnoses. But the real game changer is personalized care on a level that's just been impossible until now. Imagine an AI for someone with diabetes. It doesn't just buzz them to take their insulin. No, it's constantly adjusting the dose based on their blood sugar, what they just ate, their stress levels from their smartwatch, everything. That's the kind of hyper-personal care we're talking about.
And hey, this isn't just a wild dream for the future. We're already seeing the results. This chart shows that in early tests, AI agents have sliced the time it takes to solve patient support problems by a massive 35%. That's a huge boost in efficiency that frees up doctors and nurses to focus on patients.
And it's not just about being faster. It's about being right. Take a system like IBM Watson for oncology. When they put it to the test, its treatment recommendations matched what top cancer experts said 93% of the time. Think about what that means, making that level of expertise available to everyone, everywhere.
But, and this is a huge but, with all this incredible power comes some very real and very scary dangers. We have to look at the other side of this coin. Because if we don't get this right, the consequences could be devastating. We absolutely cannot ignore the massive ethical and privacy challenges that are staring us in the face. This slide breaks down the 4 biggest threats, so let's walk through them. First, data breaches. We're talking about your most private health info getting hacked. Then, algorithmic bias, where the AI actually makes unfair or wrong decisions because the data it learned from was skewed. Third, your data being used for things you never agreed to, like creepy targeted ads. And finally, a total lack of real consent, because these systems are so complicated, you have no idea what you're really signing up for. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. If an AI learns how to spot a disease mostly from pictures of one skin tone, it could completely miss it on another. This isn't just a technical glitch, it's a critical safety issue. Fairness isn't a nice-to-have, it's a must-have.
Okay, so that's the scary part. The crucial question becomes, how do we get all the good stuff while avoiding the bad? Well, the good news is, experts are already working on a blueprint to build an AI we can actually trust.
One of the coolest solutions is something called federated learning. Think of it like this. Instead of sucking up all the sensitive patient data into one giant hackable server, the AI model actually travels to the data. It learns locally at each hospital and only sends back the general lessons it learned, not the private data itself. So your information never leaves its secure home. It's basically privacy baked right in. And to tackle that bias problem, there is a clear game plan. This 5-step framework gives developers a roadmap. First, you have to actively look for where bias might sneak in. Then, you define what fair actually looks like for your specific goal. Then comes a big one, auditing your data. You check if that skin condition data set has enough diverse examples. If it doesn't, you move to step 4 and fix it, before you finally test the finished AI to make sure it's actually fair in the real world. At the end of the day, this is what it's all about. We have to stop just trying to make AI more and more powerful and start focusing just as much on making it responsible. The two have to go together, period. Which brings us right back to where we started. We're standing at a crossroads, and the choices we make right now about how we build and control these systems, well, they're going to define the future of medicine. And so I'll leave you with this final thought. As AI grows up from a simple tool into an independent agent, is it going to be the best partner we've ever had in living longer, healthier lives? Or is it a risk that's just too big to take? The future isn't set in stone. It's on all of us to build it the right way.